Hey everybody, it's Hakeem back here with some more Dimir Unearth. Look at our opening hand, one of each mana. We've got Cloudfin Raptor, Double Shore Stalker, Intelligence, and Dragger, so we can do everything in here on 2 mana. And we're on the play, so we're just going to stick a Raptor into play. Heartless Angel over there is deciding whether or not to mulligan. He's getting close to the end of his timer, but he's decided to keep 7-card hand. So let's go with turn 1, Cloudfin Raptor, and then Shore Stalker next turn will evolve it, and then I'll probably play Intelligence. Hopefully by then we'll have picked up another island, so I can play Shore Stalker and Intelligence on the third turn. But we'll see. Heartless Angel starts off with an island himself. And right now we picked up a Bident, which is good if we ever get the mana to cast it. We're just going to play Shore Stalker here. And evolve the Raptor. And swing for 1. Oops, sorry, banged the table there. Lanky bastard. He's just going to Vapor Snag me right now. Which I guess I'm okay with. I don't know, am I okay with that? Put the other mana into play. I wish it were an island, so I could recast the Cloudfin Raptor this turn, but now we're seeing red, so we're playing against some type of Izzet concoction. And it's Goblin Electromancer, so that it's a 2/2 that lets instant sorcery spells he casts cost 1 colorless mana less. Picked up a Pestermite, which is not a land. So we're just going to swing for 1 here. And just going to swing for 1. I think I'll put the other Shore Stalker into play. No, I'll put the Raptor into play because it doesn't need to actually deal damage to trigger military intelligence. You just had to swing with it. So even though it only has 0 power, I can still drop the intelligence next turn, swing with both, and trigger it. But he could counter it, so I imagine he'll swing with his 2/2 here. He can't block any of my stuff. So yeah, he's just going to do that and get us down to 17. Down to 17 to see if he does anything. He's got that cost reduction on all of his spells now. But he doesn't do anything there. Pick up a 3rd land. It's a Swamp, which is pretty bad. Pretty bad indeed. But I'm just going to put this into play and hopefully he doesn't negate it. So let's see if he has a bounce spell. He wants to use it right now before I declare my attack. But he doesn't, so we get the intelligence trigger on the stack and pick up another Bident, which is a dead draw. But he's just going to Skullcrack me. Is he playing some kind of burn deck? Find that an odd place to spend a Skullcrack, I really do. But I don't know what's in his hand, so he could have a flurry of shocks, he could have more Skullcracks, and he could have Bane Fires. He could just have a fuck ton of burn in there. He's just going to try to burn me out with it. So maybe that's why he flicked it at my face. I mean, it was a lightning bolt to the face because of the cost reduction he got. So we'll see. Now he's on 4 mana this time, which is 5, that he can use towards his instants and sorceries. 6 if he plays 2. He's just going to Void Snare my military intelligence. That tells me he has the counterspell for it. And he's going to get in for 2. Still, I've only got 1 blue mana, so that's a little bit of a pain. So this here is good. I guess I play out Shore Stalker to evolve my Raptor, because I don't want to run that military intelligence back out into a counterspell. He's down to 3 cards in his hand. So what I'm going to do is just swing at him. And I'm going to Pestermite on his turn, and hopefully get him to tap out for some counter magic or burn spells on his turn, and then follow up with a Bident. At least that's the plan. I'm going to tap his creature pre-combat, so I'm going to flash in a Pestermite here now, see if he wants to counter that or not. So if he spends a Dissolve on this, he's playing a Dissolve. So hopefully he doesn't play any more blue mana this turn. That would be the goal. Because he won't be able to cast Dissolve on this. He could still negate it, He could still negate it for sure. But we're just going to jam a Bident into play because it's so far by and he's got the fucking negate for it. So that really sucks. But he's down to 2 cards in his hand. And I'm actually thinking about chump blocking here because he threw that Skullcrack at my face earlier. Yeah. I'm actually thinking about doing that. So he's countered the Bident. Now he's got 3 cards in his hand. Interesting to see what he does here. will be interesting to see what he does. I'm thinking next turn is going to be another Bident. You know, or do I play military intelligence and then cycle a Viscera Drag or start drawing some cards? I don't know, this is a close one. I'm down to 10. You know, I am down to 10, but I really don't want to. I don't want to take any more damage off that Electromancer because I got a feeling he's got some burn in there. I'm pissed off he had that negate because I really wanted him to counter that Pestermite and open the door for Biden, but it didn't work out that way. He's taking a while to think about what he wants to do, though. You know, he's only got 3 cards and 4 mana. I mean, it's not that complicated, I don't think. But we'll see. He's got 5 mana now, so he's showing me that he's only got 2 spells in his hand. And is he coming in? He is. So I'm just gonna chump block here and protect my life total a little bit. And he's playing an Ogre Battle Driver. Oh, that fucking sucks big time. That sucks really, really big time. So, oh, fuck, he could just kill me if he has another creature in his hand. He could just fucking kill me, or a Krinkle's Command. He could just fucking wreck me. I've got to do this. I've got to do this. Yeah. I've got to do this and just sit back. I can't attack this turn. Wow, this is just a strange feeling for me to have to play defense here. But I got the 2/3 now that can block his 2/2. I've got the 4/4 that can block his Ogre Battle Driver. So if he sends any tokens my way, which it doesn't look like he's going to do. You know, it doesn't look like he's going to do that. Yeah, it feels strange to be on the back foot here. Feels really strange. I'd like to pick up a Pestermite or some... I'd like to pick up some bounce right now, actually. It's another Brackwater, which, again, I'm going to have to do this again. But I'll be able to start swinging with my Raptor now. Be able to start swinging with the Raptor. I'm going to keep back the Shore Stalker just for chump block purposes in case something comes out of nowhere. Just in case, you know. Really just a little bit cautious here now. He's got 6 mana in play, kind of afraid of a Banefire. Really don't want to see a Krinkle's Command. If I could pick up some bounce spells, then I could just bounce his shit out of the way and swing for the win. He's tapping out for Charmbreaker Devils. Oh shit, and it gets haste. But I can block and kill it, so I don't think he'll attack. I really need to bounce that Charmbreaker Devils. I cannot let him have that. So I think the play is to military intelligence. Swing with 2 dudes. You know, Charmbreaker Devils is fucking really bad right now. Hopefully pick up a bounce spell. Come on, I've got 8 in here. Fucking Strix. But I will put Strix into play. He's a Death Toucher, so that's a lot of bodies for him to get through. Okay, and you know, see what he gets back off his Charmbreaker Devils. It is a negate, so now he's got a negate in his hand in addition to whatever else he drew for turn, plus the card that he had there beforehand. Oh my. So this Brackwater Elemental will evolve this to a 4 power, and this is 5. And this is 6/7, so I have enough to kill him, you know, with evasion if I can resolve this. And if he doesn't have any bounce. A lot of ands there, a lot of ands going on. It's a pretty intense matchup here. It's pretty crazy. So let's see if he decides to attack into this board or not. Doesn't look like he wants to, and he doesn't. He's playing another Battle Driver, but it's his second main phase, so he's got 4 creatures. Could I cycle this and unearth it and beat him? No. No, I couldn't. If I resolve this, I can beat him. So that gets him up to 4. So let's see if he's got the bounce or not. He does have the Voyage's End. Does have the Voyage's End for the Raptor. So he's down to that 1 card in hand, which is Negate. But we're going to swing with these 2 guys to draw a card. Hopefully, finally pick up a fucking bounce spell of our own. We don't. We don't pick up a bounce spell of our own. Put the land into play. Put the Raptor into play as a chump blocker, and we can just cycle this. So, wow, this is pretty insane. So he gets another card back. He gets back a Vapor Snag. That Charmbreaker Devils, I really need to fucking bounce that thing, but he's got Negate for it. He's played land, so he's got Vapor Snag and Negate in his hand. Vapor Snag and Negate. Oh my. He's coming in with his 2/2. He knows I'm going to lose the Brackwaters if I block with him. And he's coming in with a Battle Driver. He's coming in with another Battle Driver. I can unearth all these things, you know. So I hope you're keeping that in mind. So he's changed his mind. Okay, yeah, I can unearth these guys, right? So I'm just going to do that. And that. Okay, that's going to kill his dudes. Unless he wants to Vapor Snag one of his own guys. I don't know. I don't know what his ultimate grand plan here is, but you know, those guys are going to the graveyard where I can bring them back for a swing. So that gets rid of his 2 guys. And the end step, my 2 guys go away. But I'm going to cycle this one. So he's got Vapor Snag and Negate with only 2 blockers. And I'm going to have 8 mana. Am I? Oh, only 7. So Vapor Snag and Negate here. So let's, I can only unearth 2 guys, so might as well be the big guns. So evolve my Raptor. This gets in underneath his Negates. So he can only snag 1 guy. And he's going to have to do blocking. So he's going to Vapor Snag the Raptor. Get his Charmbreaker up to 8 power. But I think that is the game. We're going to draw a card here. Still did not find a bounce spell at all this entire game. With 8 in the deck, we went 22 cards deep and never saw a single one. But with just Negate in his hand, excuse me, there's not much he can do to avoid death. Okay, that was an interesting game. I actually had to start blocking there. And I thought the Charmbreaker Devil's card advantage was going to wear me out, but all those Brackwater elementals that I drew into turned up to gum up the board. So they were pretty handy in that game. So let's try and get another game now. I've got to go with the wife and kids to a party at I think 3 o'clock, maybe 2:30. So I can only get one more game in. So let's see if someone jumps into the lobby. We're going to take the 2 youngsters bowling, which should always be fun. Have a bunch of kids 5 years and younger running around with big heavy balls. That's should be a fun experience. Come on, guys. Somebody's got to be playing 4-player. Come on, guys. Like, play some real Magic, will ya? Play some real Magic here. Come on into my lobby. Mass Serenity. Come on, click the ready button. There we go. Alright, Heartless Angel. I've played against him before. Mass Serenity. Played against this guy before. You know, these are guys that I think play a fair bit of duels. I recognize the gamer tags. So let's see if Dimir Unearth can take down Mr. Serenity. Or let's see if he can be the one to break the streak so far. Alright, opening hand. I play first. So we've got, on the play, we've got a short stalker to start, and then we can cycle a dragger and hopefully draw into a third land to get either Breakwater or Strix into play. I'm actually going to speculate on this hand a little bit. It's not the greatest, but it has potential. It has some potential. Good thing about draggers, the cycling cost is colorless. You can keep them without black mana. And we just get the 1/1 unblockable into play, and Mass Serenity is playing Jungle Shrine, which is the Naya red, white, and green tri-land. He's playing 65 cards in his deck, and I think he's forgotten where the Y button is, because he's not casting any spells with a tapped land on his first turn. Yeah. Okay. There we go. There we go. Alright, so we picked up a Vapor Snag. Not the hottest thing in the world, but we're going to get in for one, and we'll be able to draw an extra card with the Viscera Dragger when we cycle it. So hopefully we can draw into some black mana, or even just blue mana. I mean, I don't care if I get a Breakwater in play. That'll be fine. But I do want that third land. So let's see if he's playing any other colors, or if he's just on the Naya train. He's playing a little bit slower. Okay, so he's playing black now, so the only color we don't see so far is blue. So that usually means when you creep up into 4 colors that you know, he's playing either, you know, Mythic Ramp, or he's playing 4-color control. Some type of heavy, you know, late game bomb deck. Probably removal, probably counter spells. Picked up another Vapor Snag. Picked up a fucking Breakwater Elemental. Fucking Jesus. Really wanted to draw a land in there. Hate playing that Military Intelligence without 2 creatures on board. It's just such a poor play. But I got nothing else to do with my mana, and I don't think I'm going to need Vapor Snag quite yet. You know, if I pick up a Swamp, I can unearth this thing, and he's just cultivating. Yeah, he's playing the ramp. But I mean, even a lot of the 4-color control decks still play cultivate. But yeah, if I can pick up a Swamp, I can unearth that and just draw a card and hopefully get through this mess. But as it is, you know, with him ramping and me oh no, I got another fucking Vapor Snag. Okay. All right. Yep. I guess I should not have speculated, you know. But I mean, any third land, you know, it didn't even have to be black. It could have been a gate. It could have been a swamp. Anything. I'm playing 23. I've got to have a reasonable expectation that I'm going to draw 1 card in my top 4 when I'm playing 23 in the deck. So he went turn 3 cultivate, turn 4 ingot cultivate. So while I'm missing land drops and pecking away at him with a short stalker, next turn he's going to have 8 mana. That really fucking sucks for me. Holy shit, man. Oh my. And you know, the sad part about it is, you know, it's just sad. That's the sad part. It's just really sad. I'm sitting here with a 1/1 and look what he's doing. It's just so fucking sad. But it was an absolutely horrendous keep. At least once he starts dropping those mythic rare bombs, I can just Vapor Snag them for a few turns in a row until I finally fucking draw something. You know, I would imagine he's got the old planar cleansing in there. I would imagine that he's on that plan. So maybe I can just get a third land, resolve a Breakwater, and then I can start Vapor Snagging his stuff and keep putting Breakwaters into play and keep hitting them for 4 as he casts 1 creature per turn. That's the dream. The dream first starts with me drawing a land, which doesn't happen. So, what are you going to do? So let's just put a Raptor into play. At least next turn I'll be able to trigger the Military Intelligence. Even though Raptor doesn't have any power, Military Intelligence doesn't say you need to deal any damage. You just have to attack with 2 or more creatures. So now my opponent is playing Anger the Gods. So I'm actually, you know, going to bounce that Raptor back. And he's going to counter it. Yep. Well, now I'm just horribly depressed. Horribly, utterly dejected. Yep. Horribly and utterly dejected. If I don't draw a land here, I'm just going to concede because look at the mana he's got. This guy needs to learn where the Y button is too. That's another reason that I'm definitely going to concede here, is because he's just slow playing here. He's got 1 mana. You know, come on, dude. Just press the Y. You know. If you have a spell in your hand that costs 1 mana, you can cast it. If you don't, press Y. So we didn't pick up a land. So yeah, that was just I can't leave it like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, the mulligan step is pretty important. You know, I kept a hand with only 1 threat in it and drew 6, 7 cards, never saw a land. It's my own fucking fault for keeping a hand that, you know, needed a land in order to function. But we got somebody came back into play, came back into the lobby pretty quickly, so maybe my spirits will go back up. Maybe the game will give me a nice fucking hand here now to make up for that last one. But you know, it's all my fault. It's not mana screw. It's my own stupid judgment. But it's still depressing. You know, it's still depressing. So let's have a look here. On the draw, but we have turn 2 Strix, turn 3, a couple of 3 drops, so that's playable enough. Only 1 blue source, which is kind of frightening, seeing as I play, like, you know, much more blue in the deck than I do black. But, you know, turn 2 Flyer, turn 3 Brackwater, have 6 power on the board. Seems decent enough. Opponent's playing a Blockish Worm 0. He's playing the Selesnya Guildgate, so he could be on the token plan. Got a Military Intelligence to follow up our pair of creatures with. So what I may do is... no, I'm not going to Pestermite on 3 and surprise him with it. No, I'm just going to Brackwater. Yeah, I'll just Brackwater. Depending on what we draw. So if he puts the Evangel into play, no, it's just a Visionary. Been seeing a lot of elf decks floating around lately, you know, with the new Timberwatch elf in them. So let's see what we grab off the top here. It is another Pestermite, but we are just going to play Tide Hollow Strix. 2/1 Flyer, Death Touch, really solid card. And next turn we'll play a Brackwater, and the turn after that we will cast an Intelligence and draw a pair of cards. I may even Pestermite on the 4th turn, untap a land, and then play the Intelligence. I might main phase of Pestermite just to have another creature on the board, so that when Brackwater goes away I'll still have 2 flyers. So now my opponent is playing Beastmaster Ascension with only 1 creature on board. But he's going to swing right into this Death Toucher, and I'm not willing to trade with it because I've got this in here. So that's not good. Beastmaster Ascension is pretty bad. Yep. Pretty fucking shitty to see that. You know, whenever a creature he controls attacks, he gets a quest counter, and when he gets to 7 quests... He didn't attack there, which is it's a poor play in my opinion. So we're just going to swing for 2 here. We're just going to swing for 2. Yeah, he should have definitely swung into my Death Toucher there, because there's no way I'm blocking it. And you know, he gets a quest counter on his Beastmaster Ascension. So let's just get the 4/4 into play. So yeah, I think I will main phase a Pestermite next turn and untap my gate, and then cast Military Intelligence, because like I said, when the Brackwater gets sacrificed, I'll still have 2 flyers in play that I can use to still attack and trigger the Military Intelligence. Now my opponent's, I guess that's why he kept it. He's playing Paragon, so that gives all his green creatures +1/+1. He still doesn't attack, even though, you know, I'm not going to block there. Picked up another Military Intelligence, only 1 blue source though. So I'm going to main phase this Pestermite. Got to be very careful now to make sure I target the gate. So yes, it is the gate. And then we are going to untap it. Yes. Untap. And drop an Intelligence into play. And then swing and draw a card. Okay. So yeah, Paragon gives all his green creatures +1/+1, but for green mana and a tap, you can also give another target green creature trample until end of turn. Not sure about it in the Beastmaster Ascension decks, but if you're playing tokens, an Anthem is still pretty good. So yeah, we lose the Brackwater to the graveyard temporarily. And we've got another Military Intelligence in play that we can cast and draw a couple of cards next turn, if we so choose, or I may want to keep the Pestermite open for his turn. So I imagine he'll attack with these 2 guys here, you know. Or just the, yeah, I guess he doesn't want to trade off his Paragon, but I don't think I'd accept, honestly, because I've got him down to 12, you know, I've got the flyers. Excuse me. So I think I want to hang on to my guys. Does he have an effect here? Like, does he have some type of pump? No. I'm not blocking. Now is he going to Primal Bellow me or Titanic Growth me? No, he just keeps flashing the timer for whatever reason. Oh, right, he's playing blue in his deck. Interesting. Never would have. I never would have expected that to come into play on the 5th turn after seeing a green-based Beastmaster Ascension deck. Now we've got another Tide Holostrix, which honestly, I'm not going to play the other Military Intelligence this turn. I've got 5 cards in my hand. I'm going to swing here and draw a card. See what we pick up first. It's a Shore Stalker. Really wanted some more blue mana. Really wanted some more blue mana. So I think the play, again, is the main phase of Pestermite. Untap my blue source of mana and put a Tide Holostrix into play. That'll be lethal damage if he doesn't deal with it. So let's play the Pestermite. I hate having to main phase these things, but when you've only got one source of blue mana, you know, okay, let's untap. Actually, I'll probably just, yes, I want to use the ability to untap it. I'm not going to put the Strix into play, actually. I've got another Pestermite here. So I'll just pass with Pestermite open, and I can tap something down if he does something crazy or scary. He's got a 6th land into play, but it came into play tapped. I'm not going to bother tapping either one of these guys. He's bringing them both, which is fine. He's got 3 counters on his Ascension right now. I'm just going to pass and take the 4. I've got 6 in the air. So I'm going to flash in this Pestermite. I'm going to tap down his blue source of mana in case he's got any trickery, like bounce spells. So I'm going to tap that. Primal Bellow. Primal Bellow. Why are you playing Primal Bellow in a 3-color deck? I don't know. Anyways, let's tap that down. Tap down his blue mana. He could be playing Fog too, which would really suck. But the fact that he just spent 2 Primal Bellows there says it all. So let's just press X and get in for 8 in the air. You know, I guess we do. Interesting deck. 3-color Beastmaster Ascension with Primal Bellow. I don't know. I mean, I can't pick them. You know, I mean, I can only go into the lobbies. Like I said, I got some parties to go to. I only got a half hour to sit down here and record. I got to get up and get a shower and get the kids ready and get them in the bath and all that other fucking shit. But anyways, so yeah, 2 wins and a horrible decision in the second game to keep a hand. That was terrible. So it's kind of unfortunate that the second game was such a wash. But anyways, hopefully you enjoy the other 2 games. And we'll see you for some more gameplay tomorrow. Thanks for watching.